Hello lovelies, and welcome to my first, well, it's not my first video for the year, but I think it's definitely my first process video for the year. So welcome to my first process video for 2024. I have something a little different today. I didn't think I was going to, one, actually do this, and two, post a video on it, but I thought I might. It's a nice quick video, and I thought it might be just a good idea to share with you. So like I mentioned in my last video, I'm starting a new journal. I'm starting a few new journals. This is my everyday journal, my 2024 journal, just using some printables from the lovely Jen Hall, as usual, just for my title page. I'm using a sketchbook from Kmart, like I mentioned in my last video. It's I like the fact that it's just blank pages because, you know, sometimes I write, sometimes I stick pictures in, sometimes I just want to create. I just like having the space to do what I want, so I'm not limited to one day a page. Or yeah, I really don't like those time slot journals. I know they're more planners, like, you know, plan out your day type thing, but yeah, I just like to have an open space. Now this is what sort of decided it for me. This page was, you know, the start of a book when you have the pages are just stuck together a little funky. Well, I didn't want to start my journal here. I had thought about doing a vision board. Now, I haven't done a vision board in the past. I don't think I've ever done one. But with the whole doing the commonplace journal, I thought it would be a good place to stick in some pictures, just some things, sort of. I have a lot of screenshots saved on my phone, things I like, pictures, books, all sorts of random stuff. And I thought, you know, putting them all together on a vision board might be a good start. So I thought about doing that in my commonplace journal. Then I thought about it and I'm like, maybe I'll put this in my actual journal at the very beginning because, you know, it's my 2024 vision board. So that's what I decided to do. And the fact that these pages weren't quite, you know, they were stuck together a little bit. You know how the binding is a bit funny sometimes in the beginning of a book? Yeah. So that's what I decided to do. Now, if you are a participant of the one little word, what's the word I'm looking for? The one little word movement type. You know, I don't do the task for one little word, but I do tend to pick a word every year. I don't really do a lot with it, but it's a word I pick for the start of the year. I'll write it in my journal usually. And it's just, you know, the word that I've chosen for that year that, you know, is sort of my starting off point, for lack of a better word. And I thought this would be a good place to put that as well. So if you watched my last video about my creative plans, I really want to find my mojo again. I want to get motivated to create more, basically. So that is what my vision board is basically surrounding. That's what the YouTube little logo is. I want to make more videos. I want to create more in my art journal. I did mention that as well. I want to stay as up to date as I can in my project life. And yes, I have a couple of tattoos as well. For years now, I have been wanting to get a tattoo on my forearm. I know exactly what I want. It's basically, it's a watercolor galaxy, but I had it booked in and then we had to move, so I had to use my tattoo fund for that, and then I was pregnant with Ruby, and just so many things have just fallen through. I haven't been able to do it. I'm hoping this might be the year I can get it done. And also, you know, there's a few other little tattoos I wouldn't mind getting as well. I've got some books on here that I really would like to read this year. I've also got, up the top there is the collection of Andy McDermott's Wild and Chase series. I have a fair few of those. I started them, but then I sort of dwindled. So my goal is I'm starting to reread them again so I can finish the set. So that is my goal for that. That's why they're on there. I've got some little exercises there because I want to get this little, it's like a resistance pull-up bar type thing, and these are the exercises that were with it, so I thought it's a good place to have them. And now I'm just filling in some gaps with some of my stickers, some of my creative little tiny word phrases, and the phrases also tie in with my goals, create more, be motivated, things like that. And I am I've left a gap in the middle on purpose because that's where my word is going to be. Like I said, I don't, one little word I believe is an Ali Edwards thing, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I don't usually follow the whole process of it, but I do tend to pick a word. Yeah, every year I've picked a word. I've put it at the beginning of my journal, and you know, it's been a jumping off point, but like I said, I don't usually do a lot with it. But my word for this year is motivation. So I'm making sure I have all the letters to spell motivation, and I'm just going to stick that in the middle here. So I left a space because sort of, you know, that's the whole point of my vision board. I want to be motivated to do all these things, you know, like I want to do more YouTube videos. I want to create more. I want to stay up to date. I want to read more. I finally want to get my tattoo, things like that. So motivation, it's sort of a good little jumping off point. I think my entire vision board centers around that. Now, a vision board is pretty much anything you want to put on it. It can be goals, it can be pretty pictures you like, which is, you know, pretty much what I've done. It can be as big as you want or as small as you want. When I first had the idea to do a vision board this year, I thought I might do it and hang it up in my room. Then I thought, what better idea than to actually put it in my journal? So like I said, it was going to go in my commonplace journal, but I thought putting it at the beginning of my 2024 journal was probably a much better idea. And I might actually do this next year too, just to see how, you know, my goals change. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't do goals, things like that. I might do, you know, words or phrases or just things that, like, the whole thing with New Year's resolutions is they're so easy to just start for a bit and then let go. And I really don't want to fall into that trap, which is why, you know, I have plans and, you know, things that I want to do, and like you know, like my creative goals for the year. That's pretty much as close as I'll get to New Year's resolutions. But yeah, so I thought this was a really good, just a good general idea to just put it all on a page, and yeah, I thought I'd share it with you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will be back real soon with a new process video. Bye for now.